Right. Morning everybody, hope everybody's fit and well, no illness, no injuries, nothing that we need to worry about. Remember, all the way through, work to your own level. I will give the adaptations and progressions as we go. So if you find any of those difficult, stick with your basic movement. If there is anything you can't do, just pop in an alternative as we go through. But we'll start setting ourselves up, getting ourselves ready as normal, standing tall, engaging that core, drawing that tummy in, arms down the side, and feet set nicely under your hips. And that little lean forwards and back just helps us find that balance point, wakes our senses up, gets that body switched on and ready to move. So don't worry if you do think you're going to fall, just take a little step and catch yourself. Go a little step if you need. So you just, as you go forwards, you just use those toes, push into the ground to stop you falling. And a little lean back, just till you think you're about to fall. So one more. And find that spot now where you're nicely balanced. You don't feel you're falling forwards or back. Hands on hips or one hand in front behind. And we're just going to tilt that pelvis under. So it's a little squeeze of the tummy as we come under, and then you're putting that arch in the bottom of the spine. Loosens up our lower back. It helps us set a neutral spine. Again, just gets us ready to move. You might find it more comfortable with those knees bent just a fraction. That's it, a couple more. And then find that spot now where you should be nicely balanced. You feel like you've got a nice neutral spine. Set, ready to go, and we pedal those feet. So we're pushing that foot into the ground. Really pressing it down. And let your arms naturally join in. Just that walking movement with your arms. That's it. And we'll just gradually increase the arm movement. We're picking those arms up, pushing one back, one forwards. Bringing it up to about shoulder height. And then start to take it a little bit higher still. That's it, up we go. Now we're pushing both arms back, giving a really good stretch. Excellent, a few more. That's it, one more each side. And bringing that back down, good. Okay, keep set as we are with those feet under hips. Go take your hands up above your head and just take it to one side and the other. So we're just bending at the waist, leaning one way, then the other. Little chance just to compare sides. Are you a little bit tighter down one side than the other? So if you feel tight on one side, just try to push that stretch a little bit, ease ourselves out. A couple more, and we'll extend around into our windmill. So we're going to take that round all the way in front, sweep it through, up, change direction. If you need to, we can soften those knees as we go through and sweep that through. Just protects the low back and the hamstrings. But if you want that deeper stretch, keep those legs straighter. You'll find as you go, hopefully, as those hamstrings warm up, that lower back warms up, we can get a little bit lower. Allows us to sweep our hand more down onto the mat. That's it, excellent. A couple more. One more time. And bringing that back in. Well done. Just check that we're still stood nice and tall. Those feet are staying under hips for now. I'm just going to reach down to the side. That's good. So taking it down and out. Reaching nice and wide. Gradually take the arm further out. So just adds a little bit extra weight and a wider reach. I'm going to start looking towards that hand. Really looking wide now, starting to turn a little bit. I'm going to look wider and further back. So we're now starting to look around and over our shoulder. We're reaching wide, getting that nice bit of rotation now in the back. Good, one more each way. And down. So bring your arms up now, slight bend in the elbow, keeping your hips and your eyes forwards. Going to rotate the upper back. So just keeping your head forward for the first few. And we're going to gradually build. So now let your eyes follow your hands. You should feel you turning a little further. And release your heel so it can turn all the way. Should be able to look all the way behind. That's good. Couple more. That's it. And bring it back to centre. Just give yourself a few seconds, that balance to come back. Stop that spinning. Okay, so standing tall again. Going to take the weight onto one leg. We're just going to sweep the other leg through. So the aim is to keep standing as tall and still as we can. If you do need some balance help with a wall or a piece of furniture, absolutely fine. The key is to keep that touch on it as light as possible, and over the weeks gradually reduce so you can stand tall on your own. That's it. Good, couple more. And bring that down, reset yourself, taking the weight over onto the other leg, and then sweep it through. So again, compare the sides. Which foot do you find it easier to balance on? Are you more wobbly on this side than you were on the other side? If you notice a difference, try and do a little bit of practice. When you wait for that kettle to boil, stand on one leg, do these sort of exercises. Always concentrate on that weaker leg. We're going to balance ourselves out. That's it. Couple more. And bringing that back down. Okay, take it back over to your first leg. We're just going to trace that circle around on the floor. So drawing a circle around your standing leg with the toes of your other foot. Excellent. Keeping that going. Good. A few more. Do one more. And bring that back down, change over. Onto the other leg. Straight in, drawing that circle around that standing leg. Excellent. So nice and steady. Trying to keep yourself as tall and still as we can. You will need to lean fractionally to the side, just keep that foot clear of the ground. But try not to over exaggerate that. That's good. Two more. And let's bring it back down. Good. Feet back under those hips. We're going to go into our Pilates squats. Remember, our knees tracking forwards over the feet. Bums sitting back, looking for that little low chair behind you. Let's take that down. Good squeeze of the bum. Push up to the thighs. Up to standing tall in between. As we go down, take it around at 90 degrees if we can. If you just struggle with that, you go a little bit less, absolutely fine. If you don't just squat it to there, absolutely fine. Remember, we'll work to our own level. That's it, really good. That's it. A few more times. Good, one more. And bring that back up. Okay, we'll take our feet up nice and wide. So pointing those toes out about 45 degrees now. We're going to squat down into sort of that plie squat. So those knees travel wide this time and up. So as you come up, you're squeezing, pulling those inner thighs in. And squeeze the bum as you lift up. So exercise like this really important, particularly if you get a little bit older. Helps us walk up and down stairs, get in and out of chairs. All those important things that we need to do. That's it. Really good. A few more. That's it. One more time. And bringing that up. Good. Taking yourself to the end of your mat if you're not already. So feet again under those hips. Standing tall, hands coming up above the head. We're going to roll it down. We're going to curl ourselves down towards the floor and then unroll, stacking those vertebrae, bringing it up, and back down. That's it. Just like on the windmills, if you need to protect that back and hamstring, you can soften those knees as you come down. Go back, deeper stretch, keep the legs straighter, take it down, bringing it up. So as we come up, remember we unroll that spine, stack those vertebrae, one on top of the other. Good, one more time. Okay, so this one, we're going to roll it down, we're going to walk out into that straight arm plank. So we're going down, hands on the mat, you can drop to the knees if you need. Well, we're going to hold. A few seconds there. Trying to keep that bum down so we don't want to have it sticking up in the air or dropping right down on that nice long straight line. And walk it back. Bringing yourself back up, glutes high, going to take it down again, back out into that plank, and hold, and then just raise one foot off the ground. And change. Again, to hold for a few seconds, and then we switch legs. Once more each foot. Drop that down onto your knees, sitting back on those heels, and stretch out in that child's pose. And bring that back up. Good, well done. Okay, so we're going to be starting on our fronts today. So we're starting in the kneeling box position. So into the Superman to begin with. So we're going to start with the basic Superman, and then we're going to add that progression in. Remember, if you do find that progression difficult, just stick with the basic movement. So we start with a normal basic Superman. One arm extends forward, opposite leg extends back. So when we're ready, get that into position, and out we go. Extend, bring it. That's it. Keeping your head and neck in line with the spine. Shoulders and hips stay level. Resting that imaginary tray of drinks on your back. You don't want it to tip those off. That's good. Keeping that going. So just extending into that Superman. Keeping that back nice and flat. A few more times, we're going to change it up. That's it, one more each arm. And down. You just want to take the pressure off your wrist for a few seconds. So this time we're going to go back into your Superman again, but when we extend, we're going to then go into that clock movement. So we're going to rotate our arm and leg out to the sides, aiming for quarter past 9 if we can. If not, 10 past 8, 5 past 7, wherever we can rotate. So bring it back in, down and change. So we'll just show you that first. So we're in position, we're going to extend, keeping the back level, we rotate to the side, back in, down and change. So that's it, extend, rotate, in and down. Yeah, we're still to keep those shoulders, hips and back level. Excellent, couple more times. That's it, last one. And bringing that back in, well done. Okay, so we're going to stay with that kneeling box position. This time we're going to take it up into that little hover. So we're just going to raise those knees off the floor, about an inch or so off the ground, and then we're going to hold for a few seconds, rest down. We'll add a progression in as well after a couple of goes. So when we're ready, back into that kneeling box, feet behind, and let's just lift those knees and hold. Keep breathing. There's a real temptation just to grit your teeth and hold on, but we need to keep breathing, keep smiling. That's it, a few more seconds, if we can. And let's rest that down. Get that pressure off the hands if you need. Rotate those wrists, ease them out. So we'll do that once more, then we're going to add a little progression in. So when we're ready, back onto the mat, hands down, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and lift. That's good, keeping that held there. Keep that head in line with your spine. Good, a few seconds. And relax that down, well done. Okay, so this time when we go into the position, we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic. So we go to the start point, we're going to lift, then we're going to sit back onto our heels, go back up to hold, back onto the heels, back up, keep that movement going for a few times. So when we're ready, hands down, feet behind, let's lift, hold, and now sit back, bring it back up, keeping those knees off the ground all the time if we can. Sit back. Good, let's keep that going. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And hold. Take it down. Well done. Really good. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take it face down onto the mat now. We're going to do a little bit of a swim type action. We're going to try breaststroke today. So we're going to lay down, arms extended forwards, feet extended back. We'll start with the arm action only, which is a raise up, hands all the way around, touch behind, bring them back. And then we'll add the leg action in later. So lay that down, arms forwards. When we're ready, we're going to lift. Arms tucked behind the back, forwards and down. So it's a lift, round, forwards and down. That's it. Fantastic, keep that going. Good, one more. And rest it down. Okay, this time for the leg action, what we're going to try and do is put our feet together. You'll need to press your hips into the ground, and we're going to try widen our knees, bring our feet in towards our bum and extend back. So a bit of a frog action. So bringing those knees up, feet in towards your bum and back. You might not get very far, doesn't matter. So keep those heels pressed together, knees go wide, feet come in.
Chris, could you move your camera down a bit?
That's it. Keep that going. Good, one more. And down. Okay, so we're going to try and put the two together now. So we'll do one arm action, one leg action. Not together, one following the other. So arms forwards. We're going to raise. Arms around, touch, forwards, down, legs in, and back. Arms, down, legs. That's it, keeping that going. One at a time. Good. One more of each. And rest that down. Well done. Quite hard, you probably felt like just on the outside of the bum there, really pulling as we try to force those feet in. Excellent. Going on to our sides now. So I want you to lay extended out on your side, arm under the head, hand in front for balance. So laying that out, nice and long and straight. Raising those feet just off the floor if you can. Resting on your hip bone, hips stacked one on top of the other. And we're going to scissor those legs. Sweeping those feet forwards and back. That's it. That's it, nice and steady, just sweeping those legs forwards and then back in that scissor action. Keeping that body long and straight, trying to draw that waist away from the mat if you can. Couple more. And we're going to rest that back down. Okay, staying on our side, we're going to bend those knees up now. Keep your feet together. And we're going to raise them just off the floor, feet and knees off the floor if you can. If you do need to rest them down, absolutely fine. And we're going to do that clamshell exercise where we just lift, open and rotate that top knee. Bottom leg just stays where it is, just hovering a fraction off the ground. Using those muscles around the bum to lift and rotate that knee. Try and make sure we keep those hips stacked. It's real tempted to roll back onto the bum, but we want to keep resting on that hip bone. That's it. Good, couple more times. And resting that down, well done. Okay, so we're going to come up onto our elbow. We're going to bend our knees. So we're going into a bit of a side plank. But from here, we're going to just keep the bottom leg bent, top leg will extend. We're going to lift up into that side plank. So we're working from the knee. But once we're in this position, we're going to make it dynamic and bring your elbow in towards your knee. So we're holding, but we're bringing elbow to knee. If you do find that too difficult, drop the hip down and we can work off the ground. If you can hold in that raised position, absolutely fantastic. So not too fast with this movement, keep it constant, keep it controlled. Good, two more. And resting that down, well done. Okay, switching sides, so same three exercises. Start laid out for the scissors, then we'll do the clam, and then we'll do that side plank. So extend out. Get yourself in position, nicely resting on that side, and then we scissor those legs. Excellent. Nice, smooth, steady movement with the legs, keeping balanced on that hip. That's it. Good, a few more. And let's rest that down. A few seconds, give it a little ease out if we need. We're moving on to that clamshell exercise now, so we're bending those knees up and stay where they are. Lift off the ground, lift and rotate that knee. Excellent. We're using all those muscles around the hip and the bum to control and move that knee. Feet stay together as that pivot point. That's it, good. Really good, a few more times. Good, two more. One more. And bringing that down. Okay, lift ourselves up onto that elbow. So we've got those knees bent, then top leg goes long. We're going to lift up and high, bringing it in. Excellent. Keep it nice and steady, nicely controlled. Remember, if you do need to dip down to rest that hip on the mat, absolutely fine. We always work to our own level. That's it. Two more. And bringing that down, well done. Okay, taking it over onto our backs now for our last few exercises. So we're going to start laid back with our feet up in that tabletop position. So on our backs, 90-degree bend at hip and at knee. We're going to keep our hands down on the mat in a slight V shape for support. And we're going to knee drop down. When you feel your shoulder lift, that's when we bring them back up and over. That's it. Excellent, just keeping that going, just nice and steady. Using that core to control the legs as they drop down, then to hold and bring them back up and over. That's good. One more to each side. And bringing that down. If you need a little stretch, give those knees a nice hug. Stretches out that lower back. Okay, so we're going to stay on our backs in this position with our knees bent now. What I want you to do is raise one foot and extend that foot towards the ceiling. If you can get it straight up, fantastic. If it's pointing towards the corner, not a problem. From here, hands go behind our head. I want you to lift and reach towards your foot, so you go towards your shin, and then see how much higher you can walk those fingers up the leg. Slide back and down. So we reach, then we walk further up that leg and down. Reach and walk and down. Really good. Keeping that going now. it. A few more times. Good, 2 more. That's it, 1 more. And down. Drop that leg down. You do exactly the same again on the other leg. So extend that other leg up this time. Hands round behind the head. And let's reach and 1. Good. Keeping that going. So breathe in as you recover back, breathe out on that effort. Breathe out. Reach. And good. 2 more. We'll do 2 more. Last one. And resting that down. Good. Okay, staying in the same position for this one. So, knees bent, one leg extends up towards the ceiling. What I want you to do now with that leg, keeping it straight, is draw a big circle. We keep our back and our hips on the floor. We draw that big circle. If you feel this now starting to tip you and lift your hips, just drop that circle a little smaller. We want to keep our back and hips on the floor. Change direction. That's it. Good, 1 more. And bringing it down. Excellent. Change legs. So we're going to take that other leg up nice and high. Nice big circle. That's good. Few more. We'll change direction, so swap that around. That's good. Nearly there. 1 more exercise to go. And last one. Dropping that down. Slowly bring yourself up to sitting. So sitting up, back nice and straight. Sitting up tall, knees bent. Reach forwards. We're just going to roll ourselves back and up. So keeping that nice and controlled, making sure we get that curve in our spine. That's it, nice and steady. These are our last exercises. That's So on this next one, I want you to start sweeping the arm out to the side. So looking out to that arm, bring it in. That's it. Really good. Nice and steady. Last couple of movements. Taking that out, bring it in. So one more to each side. And bringing that back in. Excellent. Okay, so stay sitting. Extend your legs out nice and straight. You're going to reach up above your head and then down towards those toes. If you can grab your toes, brilliant. If not, grab the ankles or shins. Stretch those hamstrings. Good. And then sit up. Cross one foot over the opposite knee. Turn into the side of the bent knee. And switch. So swapping legs, same again. And then feet together this time. Bring those feet in towards the body, let the knees drop out. That's it. Good. Let your legs relax. Put your hands together. Stretching out that upper body, pulling those shoulder blades apart, keeping a slight bend in the elbow. And then take that reach up above your head. So nice and high. So reach for the sky and then take it slightly to one side. And then over to the other. And then hands round behind your back. So either hands in the small of the back or reaching behind, whichever you find most effective. Shoulder blades together, chest forwards. Excellent. Now back up onto our feet, so standing up nice and steadily. Nice and tall. Let's just take one foot back, bend that front knee, back leg straight, stretching out that calf. Good, and as you stand up, pick up that back foot, giving your thigh a stretch. That's good, switch legs, so take that foot back, end in the front knee. And then bring it in, picking up that back foot. Excellent. And then feet nice and wide. Let's stretch it through so we sweep, reach, one more time. Up onto our toes for this one. Reach for the sky for 3, 2, 1. And relax there. Well done, everybody.